Coach is going to start with an opening statement before moving on to questions.
Great game plan by Jackson State. I credit Coach Mo Williams and his program. They did a tremendous job executing down the stretch, but more specifically, scrapping. I don't think we won a 50-50 loose ball. I think they were the first on the floor for every loose ball, which is very uncharacteristic of us. But again, I credit Coach Mo Williams and his program. I said before the game, they're the best 0-5 team in the country. And they proved that tonight. They did a tremendous job, top to bottom. I've known Chase Adams since he was in 7th, 8th grade. He's a Chicago kid. One of my first recruits that I ever signed was Jerome Randall. Jerome Randall is like a big brother to Chase. Jerome Randall led Cal, all-time leading scorer, Hall of Fame. But he goes into the mix no different than those guys. You know, he got a heart of a lion. And he was tremendous for his team tonight. And big picture is we got to do better. I got to do better as a head coach.
Questions?
Coach, 18 turnovers tonight. Pretty uncharacteristic for you guys. What do you feel like went into that?
No, it's not uncharacteristic. Jackson State forced us into 18 turnovers. I'm not going to take anything away from that program and what they were able to force us to do. They did a tremendous job of forcing us into those turnovers. I'll watch more tape tonight to see exactly, but I know what they did. They loaded the gaps, and more importantly, our guys wasn't able to be as strong as their guys picking up the ball. And they scrapped, they clawed, and they did everything they were supposed to do to win the game. And it started from the very end, and they did not look at the scoreboard, whether they were down 7, up. They did not change their style of play.
Anthony, across the season, you've been consistently getting better game over game, and tonight I feel like was kind of a breakout for you. What do you kind of attribute that success to?
Staying consistent every day, bringing my best and energy, just steadily getting better every game and getting more comfortable. So, I give that to Nick and just staying there and pushing me to get better every day.
Coach, on a night where you shoot better from 3, shoot better from the field, have better points per possession, and then lose on the one number that matters, is that where the turnover piece comes in, or how do you kind of?
They converted those turnovers. It was live ball turnovers. It's a big difference when you have turnovers that go out of bounds versus live ball turnovers. They converted our 18 turnovers to 26 points, and it started early in the game. So, I credit Jackson State. I credit their players. Unfortunately, we did not execute on the other end of it. We wanted to shoot more free throws, but we wasn't able to get to the line. And we got to do a better job of converting, whether it's drives or kicks, into fouls. We made 7 free throws out of 11. When you have a team make 11 free throws and we only attempted 11, we got to find a different way to be able to offset the point production. Again, they did a tremendous job throughout the game, and I credit Mo Williams.
Coach, what was your message to your guys in the locker room after this one?
The message is simple. Be able to now learn a lesson from not only this game but our last. You got to be able to fight through the adversity of the game without understanding or without leaving out there to chance. We left some things to chance, whether it was a stop and a rebound that we could not just get our hands on, or even a live ball turnover. Those are the chances that you can't leave there. So we got to do a better job of just basically staying together. This is the beginning of a season. Again, credit Jackson State. Is it going to be a lesson or a loss? Can't lose to them twice. We play again on Wednesday night.
That's how different a lesson might this one be than the one that you learned against Memphis?
Just to be able to read the game. I thought we did not read the game enough when they forced us into the early turnovers. I think it was 2 assists to 7 turnovers in the first half. And it was the same thing throughout the game. I thought when we took the lead, we were able to read the game a little bit, but then we thought that we could just get in between those guys, and that's where the game, again, they plugged those gaps. They got their hands on the ball. They were scrappy, and whenever that ball was poked loose, they were the first to the floor.
Coach, it was a key moment, I guess a couple of key moments at the end, but one in particular, you're about 30 seconds to play, you're up 4. Jordan gets the ball under the basket, looks like he's got a dunk, and it looked like he kind of passed on it to
Yeah.
let them foul him, and then he missed 2 free throws. Do you talk to him about, dog, gonna take that dunk, or would you rather he do what he did and we'll make the free throws?
No,
Just next time we'll make
it's
the free
always
throws.
points. You get the field goal, no matter what. That's our philosophy. Again, that was the first time Jordan in his young career was in that situation. I'm sure he'll learn from it. But again, being able to get to that line, you got to convert. You got to be able to convert free throws. Regardless, we're going to continue to teach our guys. We take that layup, we go points before a free throw any day of the week.
Coach, Coach has talked a little bit about the scrappiness out there. What were they doing for you on the court that was kind of shutting down some of the playmakers there and the ability to get some assists out there?
I would say, like, on our team, we have a lot of, creators off the dribble. So they just, like, plug in those gaps to make us, we already share the ball enough. But those times when we do take shots for ourselves, they try to, clog the lane a little bit. And they're just aggressive at the end of the day. They just show more energy than us, honestly. They got to all the 50-50 balls, extra efforts on rebounds. So we just got to reflect on it, and then we'll bounce back.
Coach, Caleb Drill in the second half. Just 15 points all in the second half. It seemed like whenever Jackson State would kind of close the gap, then he would go do something on the other end. Just what did you see from him down the stretch?
I just thought he played within himself. He took wide open shots. His teammates found him, whether it was the one pass swing or even a hockey assist. I think we allowed him to get his feet set. The other part of it is when you have a guy like that battling, he led us in rebound, him and Jesus with 7 rebounds apiece, and I thought his toughness stood out, especially amongst a crowd. He was able to get a couple rebounds down the stretch. He went in there and was able to convert his 2 free throws in that second half, which were crucial free throws. So he was just able to put a half of good basketball together, and he allowed the game to come to him. Defensively, I thought he did some great things defensively. He ended the game with 1 steal, but it doesn't count when you look at him being in the right position or not giving up drives or even being there to call and talk on switches. I thought he did a tremendous job on and off the ball, offensively and defensively.
Dennis, just Ken Evans tonight with 22 points, 9 for 16 shooting. Just kind of what did he do that challenged your defense specifically?
Well, he's a great scorer. He's a great scorer, good player. I truly believe Jackson State is an NCAA tournament team. They have the talent to do that, but more importantly, they have the players. That's a talented group of guys that they have. Again, the best 0-5 team in the country. We wasn't looking at the record. We wasn't overlooking them anyway. I thought our guys and our coaches, our players, we all prepared the right way. It's just the bounce of the ball sometimes. That last shot kind of rolled around and it failed. And, you just got to be able to avoid those situations. And I credit Jackson State and their game plan, their execution of it, but also them being able to be so resilient throughout the game.
Dennis, you didn't go back to Connor or John Conjay in the second half. Can you just walk us through that decision?
I just made a decision because some guys were playing a little bit better and they were able to get going. I didn't want to disrupt the timing. But more importantly, when you look at the course of a game, I thought Jackson State, because we wasn't able to get those 50-50 balls, I wanted guys out there who traditionally had been getting 50-50 balls. And they were able to offset some things, but more importantly, it was just the coach's decision on that.
Coach, it seemed like Ant and Jordan Butler were playing big minutes down the stretch. What kind of helped them earn a spot in those closing lineups?
Well, they've been playing well in practice. It starts in practice with us. Those guys, no matter what, they're learning. They're in the infant stages of their career, their development, and every opportunity is a growth opportunity. And I'll tell you one thing, Jordan Butler, I know he feels bad for missing the 2 free throws, but more importantly, his teammates was there to make sure his chin was up. Those are the things that I look at. One game doesn't define you. One game will not define us. I think our guys are going to use this as a lesson to be able to move forward, and we have an opportunity Wednesday to do that. We're going to watch the film, we're going to learn from it, we'll practice and do the things that we need to do leading up to it, and we'll prepare. But when you have young guys in the rotation like Ant as well, these guys just play and practice so hard. and you got to kind of give them in-game experience. It's one type of experience, practice. It's a totally different experience in games, and these guys deserve and they earn that right.
Nick, you've been a guy that's played multiple seasons now. Just kind of what are the positives you've seen from this team through this first 4 games, and then what are the big things you want to see on Wednesday night in a potential bounce back?
Positives. We're a very close team. I know we lost and everybody's a little upset, but one thing we're going to do, we're always going to stay together. That's one positive thing about us, and we enjoy seeing each other succeed. So that goes a long way. And then just in the future, I'm excited to see us bounce back. I know we'll go back and look at film, and try to fix those things that we messed up on tonight. So just looking forward to us bouncing back ultimately.
Coach, no field goals in the last 3 minutes. Does that just come down to a lack of execution?
No, because we got to the free throw line. I thought, when you look at where we were, we just missed out on some opportunities to get some stops, but also convert those stops when we did get them into baskets. I credit Jackson State, without a doubt. Coach Mo did a tremendous job. Their players did a great job. Well-coached team, very organized in everything that they've done. I thought we got a lead, and again, I think the gentleman in the back spoke about the situation. The situation was up 4. Do you take that basket to go up 6? That was an opportunity. We executed a press break to get into that, and we've worked on it, and it was just a situation where we wasn't able to convert, and convert meaning the free throws. So you had the layup, which is a part to convert, but then executing the free throws, and we didn't do it.
Anthony, now 4 games into your freshman season, just kind of what are your biggest takeaways of the college game so far?
Definitely practice is different from games. Games were fast, so just adjusting to the speed of the game. Just getting better and just getting better every game, getting more comfortable, getting my reps in. So I just take away that it's a fast game and it's big time basketball. So.
One final question.
Coach, it seemed like this was Caleb Grill's best game of the season so far. What kind of response, what did you like about his response after the Minnesota game?
Well, when you say it's a good point, because I want to say this. When you say good game, is it because he scored 15 points?
Not necessarily, no, sir.
Okay. So what we got to understand, Caleb Grill has been great now offensively for us. He's put together great games already that allowed us to win. I'll tell you one thing, he'll trade any stat right now for a win tonight, and that's how unselfish he is. So when we look at his stat line, he played well, but it's not in points. I look at the other things. He played well by rebounding the basketball, converting his free throws. He played well defensively to get a steal. I thought he focused in on allowing the guys to find him in the hockey assists because of the opportunity. He had some back cuts as well. He did a tremendous job, man. And again, when you look at the stat line, Nick Honor played well, for us, 17 points. He had 2 assists, 2 steals, but it's not enough. It wasn't enough for us to come out with a win. And we got to do better. We got to be able to convert. I think we were, 1 for 4 from the free throw line in the last 2 minutes. You're not going to win games that way. And there's no defense in that situation. So that's all on us to convert those free throws.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks. MIZ.